Welcome to Shade in the City. It's your girl, Tris.
It's Nels.
And we're jumping back into our review of Put a Ring On. Please make sure that you hit that like button.
You subscribe.
And yes, thank you guys for joining us. And let's get into it, y'all. And let's get shady.
Off with Kenneth basically talking about how he is sick and tired of trying to show his worst. He says if she don't see the energy that he is putting forth and the effort that he's putting forth, by all means, little baby, be happy.
Okay.
And he feels that she's saying that basically he's not like that on any level. So Dr. Nicole asked Shorty, what are you hearing? What are you hearing him say? I don't know why I love that. I don't know why. Okay.
What are you hearing? It's important.
Like he said what he said, but what I'm hearing is I don't know why. Okay. So Shorty says that she feels like what she's hearing is he's upset and like she's not giving him any credit for trying to lead instead of hearing what she's actually saying. I said, yeah, damn. And he'll say like, oh, you act like I don't do nothing all day or I sit on my ass all day. And she said, okay, but that's not what I'm saying. And Dr. Nicole says that she's going to go out on a limb here and say that they are talking about branches and not about roots.
Go ahead, Doctor.
Says, I think there's some root challenges about whether or not you seem long-term together as is. She says, if you both bring all of yourself to the conversation, is that good enough? I said, well, damn. Then Dr. Nicole tells them there'll be no first dates this week. Everyone will be going on repeat dates, and you can choose the person that you're currently dating, or you can bring back someone that you've already dated. It's about to get interesting, y'all.
All right. So Kenneth feels like it's time for him to put his foot down, y'all. He tired. Shorty around here talking to him like this.
I'm getting tired of your
shit. Okay? She run around here talking to him in any type of way. So Shorty's sitting on the couch chilling, living her best life. Probably waiting for Kenneth to cook something for her.
Like she wear the pants, like she pay all the bills. That's the energy she giving.
Right. Basically, they talk about how they do want to work through their issues. But she says, well, I don't know how we're going to do that because everything that I say triggers you. And then he said, you're going to watch how you talk to me.
Y'all could have seen her face. The look she gave was like
she didn't take it seriously at all. She was just like really?
Yeah, all right, nigga, please do this shit for cameras.
Right. Shorty says she doesn't think it's just her. It's both of them, which I can agree. He said her biggest issue is she doesn't acknowledge his strength and his work and his sacrifices. I said, this man is out here really, really, really like acting like he's, doing the most.
What's crazy is he said I don't understand. But she did ask him to stop lying. So yeah, I think he said something like, what do you need from me? And she said, I need you to stop lying. Like
that part.
Basically, nigga, stop putting on for these motherfucking cameras.
Right. Then Shorty said she stopped giving fake apologies and basically to stop misleading her. And there we have it. That was Shorty and Kenneth. So much for a peaceful conversation.
I love the fact that she brought up when Dr. Nicole asked if you were ready to get married with the way things are right now. And she was like, no.
No.
She's so brutally honest. I don't know why. I love it.
I think, once you hit a certain age in life, you ain't got time for the bullshit.
Oh yeah, I know.
My bullshit meter went off a long time ago. I'm sorry it took hers this long.
So Fonzo goes out on his second date with Tanisha, and apparently he's excited. He says
And
that
so is she.
Yeah, she is. We know she's feeling fine. So, and he says he's excited to see where things go. She's looking real pretty, and she did not come to play.
They even joke about them matching each other. I said, okay.
And he lets her know that you are my second date, and she's feeling lucky.
Like he's the chosen one.
Exactly. They're both flirts. But she says, I'm a flirt, but I'm loyal. Little do you know, Fonzo's not. Okay. And Tanisha says that, she likes that, he got all this temptation in front of him, but he's still respecting the boundaries. But he needs to get Shay off the brain. And she asked him about his therapy sessions and if he feels like it's helping. And he does say, Dr. Nicole did help him realize the error of his ways. And he seems pretty proud of himself that he's resisting temptation. And, he thanks her for going on a second date with him, and he will be in contact if there is a third.
Okay, Fonzo, don't get hurt. So we are with Kenneth and Maisha. He says him and Shorty have been each other's neck for a minute, so he wants to make the most of this date. Maisha says that she's been thinking about Kenneth and that she feels like it's so much mystery to him and she wants to know more. I don't know. We see she got her hair freshly done for Kenneth and everything. She says she was a little put off when first walking into his condo and seeing Shorty. However, she feels like, things happen for a reason. And if they were putting it to a certain place and things would have worked out, then so be it. She don't feel no type of way. And I said, well, we knew that when she said, let the best woman win. So Kenneth says that she has good energy. He loves her full eye contact, her, probably laughing at his unfunny jokes and things like that. But, they're still in that stage. Shorty doesn't do those things anymore,
Like he said about Shorty's date, smoke and mirrors.
Right. She says that sometimes God removes things from your life to put better things in place for you. That I can't agree with you, Maisha. She says she's reading, she's eating it all up and just really feeling his vibe. He says that now she asked him about the therapy and like what he's learning. And he says that his issue is that, he feels like he's being disrespected and, he's trying to make it work. And obviously Shorty doesn't respect him or see him for the sacrifices and things that he's making. So basically he feels like Maisha helped him see that he doesn't have to settle for sure. I felt, oh, that was a strong word. Like you're settling, but anyway, that he doesn't have to settle for Shorty and he can do better and be happy. I said, okay, Kenna.
What got me was he said, Maisha is a breath of fresh air and she has the juice to seduce.
I don't know. It was a lot of liquor talking. That's all I'm gonna say.
It was the drinks that was flowing.
It was the drinks that was flowing. Because I agree with Shorty, but your first date wasn't that beat. Maybe you was in a different place, and I give you that. But I don't know.
Otis decided to go on a second date with Chery. If I'm not mistaken, was Chery, I think, his first date initially?
Yes, I believe that was his first date.
Okay. So, and it's because he feels like he didn't really give her a fair chance. Now, he took her to a wine tasting and she's hoping that, she can get him a little tipsy and he'll be a little more talkative. And really, I feel like I don't really know if he really gave her a fair chance this go round because it was very small talk.
That's how I felt small too. And Sheree was talking about how she was hoping to get. She said, I felt like our first meeting was very surface level.
I feel like this one was too, and I feel like she was the one. I feel like she was really the one leading the conversations.
Right. He definitely didn't seem interested in her. He was definitely just doing it to do it.
I think he really wanted to go on a date with that other chick. that made the one that was in his DMs. But
oh yeah, he couldn't go out with Milan again. That's what.
Yes, Milan. But I think that's really who he wanted to go on another date.
Oh,
with.
of course.
She brings up, she has some conversation starters, and she's talking about where he's traveled, because apparently he likes to travel. And what's your top? Let's see if I've been there. And he's like, Monaco. Apparently she's never been there. It was just very, very surface level, very
not
boring.
interested. Yeah, it was boring.
And he does say that he's learned a lot from the process. And she asked, how has it been dating within this process with your partner? And he says, basically, as long as the guys that she goes on dates with respect her, and are respectful, it's fine. And that was kind of like the end of their date. Like, it was very, very boring. But then we see Charlena and Chris's date, and she's happy to go on another date with Chris because she finds him intriguing and fun. And I can see that because he's very kind of like, he's a flirt. It's cute.
Definitely.
It's cute energy. He's a playboy for real. You can tell.
Mm-hmm.
And she says that she wants to clear some things up about this whole weak woman comment. I don't know why she did that. She knew her man was just mad. Okay. Mm-hmm. So she asked Chris, she was like, so, is it hard to, get women here, or like, do they just throw themselves at you? And, Chris is smart. He kind of beat around the bush with that. He ain't really give her no direct answer. Like,
right.
Like, yeah, bitch, I'm a playboy, but I'm not about to admit that shit.
Well, not even that. He's like, I'm not going to be that stupid. Like, if I'm trying to bag you, what I look like telling you, oh yeah, I'm a whole hoe.
Yeah. He asked her, what do you feel like you're not getting from your relationship that makes you curious about our conversation? She says, the fact that you're honest and outspoken, like, it just makes me, curious to hear what you have to say. Oh, girl, you know what they said about curiosity. You better stop it, girl. You better stop.
You killed that cat.
Look, that cat. Okay. And she brings up, of course, the weak woman comment. And she's like, Otis said, that the only reason why, you felt like you could take me from him is because you may feel like I'm weak. And he was like, honey, boo. Of course he would say that. Yeah. Right. Of course he would say some shit like that because he didn't want you to go on a second date. But yet here you are. So no, he was like, no, really? I just think that you're dope. Like, I think you're dope as fuck. You're cool as fuck. You're chill. You're attractive. He's coming with all the compliments. And, basically tells her, when you get out that situation, what you'll do. Basically, like, it just so happened that you had a boyfriend. But when you get rid of him, you lose that zero. You call this motherfucker and you can get with a hero. Okay, you know how to reach me. I said,
definitely put his bid in.
And she was like, listen, the tequila hitting your ass now, bitch. Mm-hmm. Hitting both of you motherfuckers. That's what the fuck going on.
He is eating it up. She's like, oh. So we see Shorty on her 4th date with Tavy. And he asked, how she's, how's the process going? What is she learning anything in the process? And she says that, she's learned that she has a desire to control people. And
that's what got her to where she is now.
Right. And put expectations on them.
This self-reflection.
Right. And she realizes that although she wants respect, she doesn't necessarily always give it. I said, well, okay, come through, Shorty. I'm glad that I'm looking at the man in the mirror.
What?
I'm hoping you can change his ways. Hey. Okay, I ain't giving y'all no more.
I was right. I was.
You stupid. Look, don't. If you want to make a better place, you gotta look at yourself and make a change. Okay, I'm done, y'all. I promise. So then basically, Tavy's like, okay, that was all cute, little banter, but what's up? Like, what's really going on? Like, I'm feeling you. This is our 4th date. I'd love to, move forward with you. And she basically lets him know that she is not, basically they're not moving forward anywhere. She said, even if I don't end up with my man, I'm at a place where I'm ready to choose myself. And I think we see a lot of the ladies getting towards this like point. But you know, she's like, I just want to choose myself and work on myself. I know that there are things I see through this process that there are things I need to work on. And
she also sees Kenneth working. Or
well, I guess I could have threw that in there too.
That's what she said.
She does say she sees Kenneth working. And so she wants to give it an honest, fair chance, bless her heart. And so, you know, that's what she wants to do with her life, and tells Tavy, you know, sorry.
Because he was like, you know, it's actually disappointing to hear, because, you know, it's only been 4 dates, but he's invested, you know, his time and energy. And I guess it
felt like he was built up to be let down. And I thought, I did feel bad for
this might have been the most amount of dates that people have had on Put a Ring on It, right? It was 4 dates.
Outside of what's the name from last season?
The one doing that girl?
Yeah.
I don't even think they had 4 dates though. I mean, they
had dates off camera.
Not on camera.
They had dates off camera.
Yeah, I felt bad for him, but he said he's still happy for her. But you know, it is disappointing to hear. I was like, so Shay is going on her second date. Well, I would call it 1.5 days with Star, and she's worried that he ain't gonna show up. I think that's for good reason.
But he did.
He did. But I think he seems like a nice dude. Now, soon as they get in place, they sit down. Apparently, it's a candle making place. Did you get the name of the place? Because I didn't.
Yes, it's called Honey. It's
No, you know what? Damn that, they ain't paying us for that. She starts off. She was like, you know what? Look, let me start off by apologizing, okay, for my behavior. And the way I acted, that she definitely could have handled it a lot different. And of course, you know, he accepts her apology, and, you know, he actually appreciates the fact that she did apologize. And, you know, she also appreciates, I don't know, there was like a lot of appreciation.
It was. I was very proud of her.
Yeah, she was like, you know, I appreciate the fact that you did try to gain control of the situation. And he was like, I don't know if it was a situation or the Casamigos. Both, you know, put the lime in the coconut and twist it all around.
Right.
You got hell on your hands, okay? But he says, you know, let's put that behind us and focus on the now. Let's focus on what we got going on here. So they're making the candles, getting the oils together. And she's like, what oil would you choose? And he's like, oh, that's easy. Lavender. Because that shit will calm your ass the fuck down. And, you know, I think she took that in stride. You know, she ain't really, you know, she wasn't like, oh, like, you know, I thought it was cute. And I guess maybe she took some oil or he took some oil, and they were trying to mix a chemistry and mix oils. You know, she smelled it. He was like, be honest, what it smelled like? She was like, it don't smell like our chemistry.
It's good.
It's smelling too good. It's bad right now. Now she lets him know that, I guess, you know, he asked about her relationship. She lets him know that she is happy, but there's certain elements that she's just not happy with. And, you know, she knows that they need to work on. She said Dr. Nicole made her realize that it's not just about Fonzo, that it is also about her.
Mm-hmm.
Getting her life together.
I'm so proud of Shay.
What about the man in the mirror, Trees?
Right.
And she says she's hoping that, you know, it does work out, but if not, her next relationship, they will definitely score a jewel. I said, all right, Shay. And you know what? So bad, Fonzo know it too. He's scared right now.
Fonzo, because she's finding herself, and look, you should be scared.
Yeah, she basically says she's gonna focus on herself. And her candle, Asar named it himself. He named it Asar. She says, look, let Fonzo get on her nerves to piss her off. She is gonna burn her Asar candle and be like, nigga, don't make me call. Don't make me make that phone call.
Okay. So we get into therapy, y'all. And Dr. Nicole is asking everyone about their dates. So we start going around the room. Fonzo said that his date was cool with Tanisha, and she's a very, very pretty girl. And so Shay,
and he had to fight temptation.
Mm.
So, he said that for Shay.
But Shay is very calm about it. She's just like, she was a pretty girl,
and she said she was proud of him for fighting temptation.
And even Dr. Nicole is surprised. She's like,
where is Shay? Who are you and what did you do with Shay?
Right.
The hell?
So then Shay says that Asar and her had a good time and he has great potential and he's just a overall really good guy. Mm-hmm. She says that, if her and Fonzo don't work out, she realized that she needs to take time to herself. She's not necessarily trying to jump into another relationship. And when I tell y'all, Dr. Nicole was over here just floored. She was just like, oh my God. Like she was a proud mama in this moment. Really and I wasn't mad at her because even I was like, Shay.
She also said that she apologized. She let them know that she apologized to him. And she I believe she also did say that on her own, if she was on her own, she definitely, that would be someone that she would date. I thought, look, I wish I would have got a picture of Fonzo's face. Like,
we jump over to Shorty, who talks about how she had to end things with Tavy because he definitely was looking for more and definitely deserves more. And that, she's decided that she wants to take time to work on her relationship and basically give it all that she's got. Even though I guess I'm the only one that feels like she's done that already. Like, I feel like, I don't want to say, I guess it is a process and you want to wait till you get to the end, but I think they fully know they don't need to be together at this point. And I think they should have like a self-eliminated and just broke up.
What's funny to me is she said, he wasn't making her feel like she wanted to jump ship. It sounded like you wanted to jump ship on your own without Tavy.
Right.
So, okay.
Right. So, yeah, that's kind of where we are. And then we jump over to Kenneth. Kenneth says that he enjoyed his date with Maisha.
She on his good.
He was like all of the good vibes and energy she was giving. And I was like, okay, Kenneth. And he pretty much just says that, it was a reality check. It was nice for someone to make him feel good and be nice to him and
it was genuine.
And he didn't feel like it was fake. I said, well, why don't you just turn to the girl and tell her? Because you're right beside her. I'm just saying.
Shorty said, regardless, Shorty still felt some type of way.
Right.
He's like, basically, like, you giving her all these compliments, like, while I'm right here, like.
However, I am going to say this, and I hate to say it, although I am Team Shorty. Boo Boo, you sat and did this how many episodes in therapy and read this nigga for filth for all of the world to see, and you said a lot worse than he had. Yeah. So,
well,
you kind of gotta sit in your shit.
In the confessional,
or not, it's the point. She said a lot of worse things.
Okay. Well, okay, about his personality, right?
His personality, about him being broke. Like the only thing that he could really say about her was take shots at how Maisha treats him in comparison to Shorty.
No.
Like he can't cook. Like he's not.
No. See, what got me with their part. So I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. I guess, he said what he said and he wanted it to hurt. So I guess, he was trying to get back at her. But what got me was that Kenneth said that he had to act like he wasn't in a relationship to get the full experience. And he was just going to blame it on the alcohol. And that's what got me.
Interesting.
Now that was like, okay, you taking it a little too far. Like I might have said what I said. And what she said was fucked up. Let's not get it twisted. Okay. But never once was she like, okay, I was out here acting like I ain't got a whole nigga back at home waiting for me.
Right.
And then was going to blame it on the alcohol. Like, I was like, Now that right there would have caused the fight.
Yeah, no, Shorty's a better one than me because I would have just said, you know what? I changed my mind. I am looking out for self. I'm done with him. I don't necessarily need Tavy either. I'm good. I am good. So Charlena and Otis, they talk about her, she went to see, what's the boy name? Chris, with the curls and the tips. So she went to see Chris and, basically asked him, he's putting moves on her and we talked about it in their scene. But she basically recaps that and lets Otis know that by no means is she viewed as a weak woman. And he let her know that. So of course, Otis, has to eat his words or whatever. And yeah, she says that, she really likes him. The date was actually really good. And
he's super comfortable and confident. And she finds that very attractive.
Yeah, she did say that.
So,
However, we do realize that Otis went out with Cherie. And I think that we did say that it was very surface level.
Yeah, he didn't have much to say about it. He just said they went wine tasting and he loves wine.
And Dr. Nicole said, well, you said the first date, you felt like you didn't give her a fair chance. Do you feel like you did that this time? And he was like, yeah, I just feel like, but as me and Nell said, it wasn't giving. He really didn't. He really didn't get a girl in the time of day. So yeah, now we get to second dates. So what's the boy name? Alfonso and Shay decide that they're not going on any other dates, although they liked both of their dates. Shay decides that she wants Fonzo to take her on a date so she can decide if she even wants to date him anymore. I said, well, okay, girl. Shorty obviously is not going to go on any more dates with Tavy. She's decided that she's going to, work it out. And Kenneth, even though he was loving on Miss Maisha and talking her up to the world, has decided that he is going to refrain from going on a date with her.
Because Shorty decided to go on a date with him. That's why.
Right. Now, what I did find interesting was when they got to Otis and Charlena feels that although she does want to work on her relationship and focus because her and Otis have been doing
it feels like they're making great progress.
Right. She does want to have a closure date with Chris. And Otis is like, oh, really, bitch?
Like, tell that nigga bye.
Right.
So, of course, with his petty ass, I mean, he really ain't got nobody else to date. But he decides, of course, to go on a third date with Cherie. Is it Cherie? Cherie. Okay, Cherie. He decides to go on a third date with Cherie. And, I mean, otherwise, I guess he would be sitting at home, huh?
Yeah. And that was it, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in to another review of Put a Ring on It. Please make sure, if you have not already, that you like,
you comment,
you subscribe,
and you hit the notification bell.
And we will catch y'all next week. And we are down to 3 episodes. So we're getting into the thick of it.
Wait, three more episodes?
Yeah, 3. Because this was.
I thought they got it decided.
Oh, no, it might be 2. I think maybe 2 left. I'm sorry. But yeah, we're getting into the thick of it. We finally get to see Crazy Kenny come out and really show himself.
I know, looking at the previews, I know. She's like, damn, I should have just went on a 5th date with Tavy. Fuck was I thinking?
I think she had to show Kenneth at his best, if you know what I mean. Like, before she really tell him no, so y'all can fully understand. No, I don't even think it's appropriate for this situation. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will definitely catch you next week. Have a good night.
Mwah. Love you.
Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Hey!